Hello, everybody. Welcome to whatever this is. I'm very out of practice in this world, but I'm back, baby. Hope you have a lovely, nice, warm beverage because it's cold out, because I'm deeply in winter right now. Let's get settled into yap about what I want to yap about, okay? Cool. I'm drinking a wonderful, nice hot peppermint tea. I like the sensation of it both being cool from the peppermint and warm because it's hot tea. But I wanted to discuss Finish It February. If you are on knitting TikTok, if you are following other knitting influencers, a lot of times around this time of year, people go ahead and do a Finish It February, where they spend the month of February finishing all of their unfinished projects. I want to do that, but I need to be more ruthless. So I'm going to do more alliteration, more fun, more drama. Finish it or frog it February. If you've never heard of the term frogging, I'm also fairly new to it, but it is when you just rip out a project. From what I've heard, the term frogging comes from rip it, rip it, rip it. Like you're ripping out all of your stitches. And frogs say ribbit. Okay. I have so many projects that I have abandoned over the last at least 2-3 years. And they're just taking up space, they're taking up baskets, they're taking up yarn I could repurpose. So if I don't finish something by February, I'm gonna frog it. Now, little asterisks too if I don't finish it. Like I have projects I know I'm going to finish, but if February gets away from me, as time seems to be doing recently, just fluttering out of my control, I'm gonna still work on it. Like I'm not gonna be like, oh, I didn't finish a cuff on a sweater. It's February 28th. I have to rip it out. Not doing that. However, those projects that I don't pick up at all or have no desire upon reflection to finish, get in the cut. I'm doing this as kind of a way for me to initiate being more intentional with how I'm spending my time, how I'm spending my supply, and really considering what I want to make and then have. As a creative person, a lot of the times I feel like I just love the start of something, or like, oh, I have an idea, let me just get it started, and then never finish it. I feel like that happens to so many people, and especially those that have that kind of creative, let me brainstorm mind. I already knew that I wanted to be more intentional, especially with purchasing yarn. Now that I am in my 30s, I decided that I'm not going to buy acrylic yarn, with the exception if I'm making like a blanket or a baby hat. That's it. From my own discoveries as a knitter, I found that I really do like working with natural fibers, on top of the fact that it is a little bit better for the environment because it's not acrylic, which is basically plastic. Again, acrylic has its place. Like I said, a blanket, I will always make it out of acrylic because I have a blanket that I think my dad's aunt, so my great aunt, crocheted back in the day. This thing's I've had it my whole life, so it's over 30 years old. Still looks great. Still one of my most favorite blankets. It's mine now. I own it. I've staked claim on it. That's perfectly fine. I have plenty of acrylic knits that I've made for myself, including this. This little sweater vest is acrylic, and I made it a year and a half ago because I'm trying to but use up the acrylic yarn that I have in my stash. Also, a friend of mine just gave me a 50-gallon trash bag worth of miscellaneous, mostly acrylic yarn that her aunt or her mom, I don't know the origin story of these yarns, wanted to declutter, and I was like, perfect. Now if I make baby hats and donate them or gift them, they can come from that stash. Acrylic has its place. I solely used acrylic only up until 2 years ago. Only up until 2 years ago I started using more natural fibers. I started dabbling with cotton and wool. And again, those two have their places as well. One tool is not going to be perfect for every situation. We know that. We're educated and we don't judge. We listen and we don't judge. So I have a handful of projects I really want to finish up. I'm gonna work on them, baby. I'm gonna enjoy my time, but I'm going to finish the projects that really mean something. And I'm going to frog the ones that don't. I think about 2 or 3 years ago, I started a bright pink, not bright pink, it was more like a baby pink, a vibrant baby pink sweater. And I was working on it and I got, like, I finally broke off, like, the sleeves. It was a top-down raglan, broke off the sleeves to finish working the body, and then put it down. And now, looking back, I'm like, I'm never gonna wear that. Why am I working on that? I bought that vibrant baby pink yarn to make baby hats. I don't need a sweater of that yarn that I bought for the intention to make you little baby hats. Intentions. Being smart about your choices, people. So, I think that's gonna be one of the first things that I'm gonna frog. I'm not gonna wear it. I don't want it. Why would I make myself finish it? I've already, like, taken the needles out of it. It's not even on stitch holders or, like, a scrap piece of yarn. It's just sitting there in a basket because I needed those needles to finish another project that I did finish, and I love it. I made a whole cardigan for my birthday. The only good thing about this moment in my life with knitting is that my best friend decided that she wanted to learn how to knit. And then one day when we had a little girls' afternoon, she came over, we watched Hot Frosty. That movie's pretty good for what it is. Well, we were sitting there, we were learning how to knit, we were having hot cocoa, we were gossiping. Perfect weekend afternoon. And then she went on her way and I gave her some knitting needles that I don't really use, some yarn. And then the next time I went over there, I think it was like a week later or 2 weeks later, she had already put in an order for her own knitting needles and some yarn that she liked. I love sharing my passions with my friends. I love sharing my passions with you. We're going to do this. I deeply want to finish so many projects. I have another cable knit vest in the works. I have a color work sweater. I have a blanket in the works. I don't think the blanket's gonna get finished though, because I really want to finish those two. The sweater vest, I really want to finish the colorwork sweater. I have a little triangle shawl scarf. I don't know how big I'm gonna make it. That's in the works. And I have a scarf. Nope, I have 2 scarves. One of those scarves is a gift for a friend, so that one should get finished sooner rather than later, but it is a big scarf and it's taking time. I don't think I'm gonna finish everything. Maybe I will. 6 projects? That means I'd have to finish more than 1 per week. The blanket's not getting done. I'm putting that out there. The blanket's not getting done. I could definitely finish the 1 scarf. It's a little late. See, I'm gonna go through why. I haven't finished these projects yet, but I'm not gonna frog them. These are the ones that I'm not gonna frog. I promise. My colorwork sweater. I did this as a test to try to do colorwork. Don't love doing color work, but I think it looks really nice. And this was my get better at these techniques. I have more than half of this sweater done. I just need to finish it. It's one of those things where it's fun. It's a fun knit. It's just one of those things where it's like I can't put it down. I either have to sit there and focus and work on it. I can't just like put it down and come back to it later. I can't just do like a row or 2. I need to like dig in. That's the same thing with one of the scarves. The one scarf I'm making is a lace pattern and I have to sit there and finish the whole lace repeat before I can put it down. So that's like 17 rows. Same thing with that colorwork sweater. It's like I think I have to do like 30 rows before it's done. My brain just doesn't work like that. However, my cable knit waistcoat vest, that's so much fun. I love doing cables. It is my bread and butter. I love it. And I can do a row, put it down, walk away, and keep doing that. Because cables, for some reason, my brain just gets it. Color work? No. Lace? No. I need that pattern in front of me for those. Cables, my brain is just like, oh, yep, this is what's next. I don't know why. But that's why the lace scarf, the color work sheep cardigan, those are why they're not done yet. And then the other thing with the sheep's color work cardigan, that is something I have to seam together. So my little blue triangle shawl scarf is a fingering weight. And that just takes forever, and fingering weight makes my fingers cramp. That's why. It's really beautiful. Love the yarn. Got it on sale. But that's another one that I need to finish. I want to finish it. It's going to be beautiful, and I think that would be a beautiful project, especially to debut for the spring, because it's a nice, light, wispy fabric. And then the scarf for my one friend, it's a fisherman rib scarf. It's just a big scarf. It just takes time. And it's kind of not really like mentally stimulating to do, but it's fine. But yeah, February, 4 weeks. Let's get it done. I do definitely think I need to frog a couple things that have just been sitting in baskets because I would like to use my baskets. I just got projects laying all over the place. I would like to contain them in like a nice way to keep them clean, to keep them nice and protected instead of just like thrown in a bag or just on top of a table. My sheep sweater has been literally sitting on a coffee table on and off for a year. Sorry. Where else am I supposed to put it? In the big project basket I bought for myself that has had 2.5 projects sitting in there, just rotting away for the last year. I shouldn't use the word rotting, but just collecting dust. This is the time for self-reflection. We are growing as people. We are growing as knitters. We are growing as crafters. Because knitting is a craft, and craft takes time to learn and perfect. Just like carpentry is a craft, just like photography is a craft, just like, I don't know. I'm just spitballing now. I hope this inspires you to also conduct your own Finish It February. You don't have to go as radical as I am with a Finish It or Frog It February, but please try to finish something. I know life is busy, but in the depths of winter that we are in, a nice little home cozy project could be nice. So I hope you finish something this month. I hope I finish 6 things this month, maybe 5 things this month, and not start anything new. No casting on in February. Okay, bye-bye.